office. Call my man and tell him where I'm at.
What's up, y'all? What is up? It is your girl EJ, and I am back. I got my girls with me. We're here to talk about Diarra from Detroit. It was a lot going on. It's a lot to talk about because we're going over episodes 6 and 7. Let me bring everybody up. What's up, Tika Boo?
What up, EJ? Miss Ogre, Faith. What's good?
I know, right? Listen, I'm gonna have to faithfully practice for this role because I'm trying to make sure that I come with my A game when
Girl,
I get
you
this
got
role.
it. You got it. You got it.
Right? Like, I'm trying to make sure I be on
But
point.
you gotta tell them just to put the tip in.
I know, right? Just a tip. No, go ahead and put the share. No. Go ahead, just through. Oh my God, it was crazy. Let me bring my other girl up. Hey, Candy Love. Hey, Lemon Kush Pepper. What is up? What is up? Tamika's Dims in the building.
Hey, what's going on?
Girl,
What's up? What's up? Now, earlier I was telling you about how you was glowing and looking like you just came straight off vacation. So, tell the people how you been doing. They missed you.
I'm good. I miss y'all too. I don't know about, because I've been busy ever since I came back. So now I don't feel like I feel like I need another vacation, but I appreciate it. It was definitely a lovely time, peaceful, just what I needed, just what the doctor ordered. But I'm glad to be back in the YouTube streets now.
Okay, that's what's up. We know you're gonna be out here getting busy because we know how you do. We got a lot to talk about. Listen, it was a lot going on. There was a lot of questions that was answered, and y'all, I am so hype about this show. Like, I really haven't been this hype about a show, especially about a murder mystery, like in a minute. But this one is giving, and it like gives you like all the flavors that you need. You know what I'm saying? Got your little bit ratchet, got enough mystery in it. You know what I'm saying? Story is like just flowing well. Everybody's acting well. Like everything is just has the right mixture of everything. Laughing, damn near want to cry at some moments. Like I don't cry in this show, I don't laugh in this show. Like every feeling that you can feel, definitely have felt it. What's up, Cheryl? Thank you for coming through. Hey, Monique 69 Ways. Thank you guys for coming through. Queen, we appreciate you guys. Let us know how y'all were feeling about this episode down in the chat. Tika, first thoughts, episode 6 and 7.
Okay. Listen, it had me literally on, as I use this phrase often, an emotional roller coaster. That very last moment of episode 6, and I know we're going to dive into it, but it had me like, Diarra, girl, you don't understand. You're in danger, Molly. You're in danger. Please retreat. But anyway, of course, I was like, okay, what's she going to do next? So listen, I'm here for it. Episode 6 and 7 had me on that emotional roller coaster. Big mad.
Absolutely. Tamika, so you came back. So you hadn't even seen the other episode. You
got
back to back.
Right. Yeah. I had to catch up because I stayed off of social media. I didn't watch none of the shows. So I had a couple of shows I had to catch up on. I couldn't have no spoilers. But yeah, I feel the same way about this show as you do. I think this is so good. I hope we're going to get more. I definitely want more. I definitely enjoy it. I get a good laugh out of it. I'll be cursing Zaria out because I'll be like, girl, what you doing? But then I still be trying to ride with her and be like, all right, what's our next move?
That part. Exactly. Because you still want to see her win. You like, dang, I want her to get her answers that she needs. Because at the end of the day, after I want to say maybe around episode 5, I was like, Diarra, girl, let it go. It's over. But at the same time, she just feel like she needs these answers. So let me do these things so I can kind of stay in a little flow. So when we first open up the episode, we're going back to the office, the detective, Marshall, I believe his name was, or something like that, whatever his name is. Yep, Marshall. Okay, the detective Marshall. We're going back and we're getting his backstory of what happened. He actually leaves Diarra a little booklet, tells her the whole story. And I don't know, was anybody else feeling like the chief just wasn't on the up and up, like the captain, whoever he was? Like, he just didn't want to figure out who this was. Tika, I'm going to let you start off and kind of break down this first little part of Marshall's story, what was happening, what was going, and then your thoughts about it.
Okay, so this particular scene right here was when we see a young Marshall, and it takes us back to 1995. And he's there at Mr. Greek's inside the mall. He's following someone, but then a little bit later on, he meets up with his old partner, and they're in front of they're outside somewhere, y'all. I don't remember the exact space, but anyway, he's talking to his partner. So with that, you guys, we get to meet his partner. Now, the captain, the chief, I felt like the chief was up to no good. I felt like he was a part of this in some shape, form, or fashion. But again, y'all, we also get to see the young I forgot his name, the young Russian dude, the old dude, what was his name?
Zervis.
Service, yeah, thank you. We get to see everybody in a younger form. We even get to see the strippers in a younger form of who they were, dirty, nasty heifers. Anyway, we we just get exposed to everybody at a younger age, and then there's a very emotional and traumatizing moment that Marshall has with his partner. I don't know how far you want me to go, EJ, but
yeah, keep going, keep going.
Okay,
keep
so
going.
then when he's out, he's going to kind of investigate, and his partner's like, well, let me come with you, and he's telling him no, stay back. But anyway, his partner ends up getting popped, and then we get back to seeing the old Marshall, who is kind of like standing on the outside looking in at his past. So of course they see the green car that everybody's been talking about. But again, I felt like, in a nutshell, you guys, this whole chief, I felt like he was a part of it in some shape, form, or fashion. I hate the traumatic side of him seeing his partner being unalived, which takes him to kind of somewhat of a dark place.
Absolutely. So, yeah, absolutely. I mean, because he was just starting out his career, and to be honest, he gets handed this case, and then this case kind of puts his career on the worst path that it could ever go on. It's just like it was a great case if you were able to solve it and crack it, but like you said, something wasn't on the up and up with that chief. Like, he wasn't wanting him to really solve this case. It looked more like he wanted him to, let it go and just keep looking at the mom, and that's just that was just horrible, because I don't feel like he really got a chance to really have the career that he wanted to have because of everything that happened. I mean, imagine the guilt that he felt just from that moment alone, because he's the one, his partner was like, that's what partners are for. He wouldn't have even been there if he hadn't kept doing what his superior told him to stop doing anyway. So that has a guilt to it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Right.
Yeah, that's crazy. But now he don't want nothing else to do with it. We back to this spider,
Right.
and then learning what the spider thing later, as we learn about it in episode 7, it's like, dang, okay, because everybody been drawing this doggone spider. It's crazy. Okay, so
and his partner Chambers, when he got popped, he was trying to draw that symbol in his hand, and he thought that he was trying to draw a star or something else, but of course later on we find out that he was trying to draw like you said, the spider symbol.
Yep. Now, y'all, let's talk about Diarra, and this thing right here. I said, now, y'all, I thought they was smashing. I know we gonna talk about it in the next episode. Well, you know what? We can kind of combine a couple of these together. But I thought they was smashing. I ain't even gonna lie to you. But when I found out what they was really doing, girl, I about fell out. I was just laughing. It was so funny to me.
Yeah, and they was having like a whole freaking, like they was in a relationship type situation, eating breakfast and reading books together. He got his glasses on like they a married couple. I was like, wait, what? I'm mad about it. Like, anyway, they should, after all of that, they should have went on and took that extra step. But of course, he's being a friend. But then knowing what I know now, I'm like, was he really there to comfort her, or was he there to kind of protect her, so to speak, because he knows what's coming down in the pipeline?
Exactly. It's just so, oh God, y'all, it is so much. Like my mind is like racing because it's just so many different moving pieces that's going on, and the way that they double it back and then come back, man, they just did it so well. Hey, Patrice. Hey, hey, hey. But yeah, Monique 69 Way says protect her. I think it was like a protection thing too. I think he was there to protect her. I mean, but you know what was funny is the way Velvet walked herself right on up in her house. I said, wait a minute. You just gonna come over? Is that what we're doing? What you think about these two? The shoe, y'all, that threw me off when they when they went in on the shoe, Tamika. I said, no, they didn't just highlight the doggone shoe. What did you think about Danger and I'm about to say Moni about Danger
Diarra.
and Diarra playing this little game?
Yeah, I wasn't expecting this. Definitely wasn't expecting it. I'm like, oh, we nice and cozy. We just like, did we move in together? like Tika said, it's like a married couple. Like they done known each other for years, and we already, having our little games, our reading sessions, massage sessions. Well, I don't think we've seen the massage session till later, but we was just doing everything. I was like, okay, but
Yeah, because don't nobody eat breakfast. No, don't nobody just come to my house and
yes,
just cook
Monique playing
breakfast.
house.
Like they look like they was playing house for real. Like they had
Yeah.
done fixed it, and yeah. Anyway,
They had felt like they had got into a little routine of it all.
Right. Moni caught on to that quick. She's like, wait a minute, what's going on here?
Listen, I love the name of the episode. What was it? Footprints in the Snow or something like that. And then the first thing she said was, because I was like, why did they call it Footprints in the Snow? I'm thinking that we're gonna go back to the whole thing where she's coming out the window, from the very beginning. That's
right.
what I'm thinking when I first initially saw it. I heard what Moni said when I saw the text message that she sent. I said, oh, okay.
Girl, Moni don't miss nothing. Moni does not miss a thing, not a step at all. So I'm here for it. And then, of course, as you said, EJ, footprints in the snow in all capital letters, of course, right?
Okay. That part. She saw it, listen. And then I was like, so I don't know why I didn't really put two and two together that he stayed that close to them. Like they all stayed like literally right next to each other.
Yeah.
I know that Moni stayed next to her, but I thought Danger stayed a little bit,
his house was right across the street, right? I think
close
it was
enough
right.
for her to enough for her to walk in her pajama dress
right.
and with the item and break open his fish tank. That was close enough. So
Yep. Okay, y'all. So let's see where we at. We didn't have none of that when I was in school. What? Wasn't no little things to keep you from being able to see. Okay, so I'm trying to see where I want to go with this next. Really, I guess we can talk about them because these two are funny, dude. Aaron and Diarra have this funny relationship. It's so funny. They be going back and forth, but now we see that Swa is a little more invested in this. And what I want to ask y'all, because I think I'm gonna kind of try to mix some of this up together, because I got some questions that are gonna overlap really. How do y'all feel about Swa at this moment? Like between episode 6 and 7, is it genuine or is he just protecting himself? Or do you think that Swa really, like, does he have love for his wife and he didn't really want to lose his wife? And maybe he was just trying to play a game, trying to push her away to get her to come. Like, I don't know. Like, I keep trying to read him. And then sometimes I think I'm right and sometimes I think I'm wrong. What's your take on him, Tamika? I think you're on mute.
I think it's a mixture. I know we was talking about it a little bit before with him in episode 5. Like I think he does care about her. There's love there, and at the same time, he's gonna take care of himself. We talked about how he likes to be the one in control. He likes to be the one that's talking for her and things of that nature. And at the same time, of course, this is also personal for him because he got business in the mix of this too that we ain't know about. So I just feel like it's a little bit of all of the above. Like at the same time, he don't want to see her hurt. He like, you went way above your damn head. You know, now I need to step in, but it's also his interest invested into it too. So it's like, yeah.
Absolutely. Him and his brother like night and day. Tika, what are your thoughts on SWA? And just between these two episodes, like, are we feeling like SWA's intent is good, or like what we thinking?
I mean, I don't feel like he wanted to really truly, divorce her. Um she was the one that walked away. He wasn't asking her for separation or divorce or anything like that. So with that, with knowing what we do know now, like Tamika said, I think that, because he does have something invested in this whole situation with Goldie and all these other people, I think it's in his best interest that he protects not just her but himself as well, because if it all blows up, basically it's going to blow up from him as well. So it's kind of a two-way street. I still feel like he loves her, though. He just made a mistake with trying to expose her to a lifestyle that she wasn't really ready for.
Absolutely. Yep, I think so too. Like for the most part, I feel the same way that I felt before. I still feel like SWA really cares about her. He just controlling. You know what I'm saying? He just you can tell that he has a control issue. And we also learned that he's Mr. Fixer too, that he needs to feel like he can fix it, which is another form of, that's another form of control, but still. I really do think that I think they both care about each other. I don't think that she really wanted to leave per se. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think that he wanted her to leave. I think that he was trying to push her. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how people do sometimes? Like, I feel like it was a move and then he got a different answer than what he expected. She left instead of reacting to him. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like, I think that's kind of where I'm at with him right now. But I do think that he does have to protect himself as well. But protecting himself also protects her. So I think there's like right there. Yeah, definitely, Monique, the rescuer. All right, y'all. So let's move on to this was funny right there when he said, let me write this down. And then he only wrote down two problems. Well, you know what? We gonna roll with what this say right here. The DJ problem, y'all. Why? Why? He's so funny, y'all. Why is he so funny? He really likes him and he knows he likes him, but he don't want to like him. It's so cute, to be honest. But what y'all think about this? The way they sprinkled this in, I thought was genius. What's your thoughts on it, Tamika?
Yeah, I like that. It's almost like he feel like he don't want to, be stuck with nobody. He don't want to have no relationship. He don't want to like him. But like you said, he's doing all the right things. So that's annoying him even more because he like, damn, he cooking, he giving to me good. He do it like you. I want you to do something that I don't like, so I cannot like you. Like you are coming off a little too perfect, and so I get that. He's like, and also at the same time, Daria, of course, wants him to be doing her this favor so they can keep things under wraps while she's, waiting to see what's going to go on with these cops. And he's like, if it wasn't for that, I would have been kicked his behind out. He's like, at this point, I think he homeless. He ain't trying to leave my damn house. And that would be a problem for me because I'm too used to living by myself. I ain't going to lie. But I also would appreciate somebody that's being helpful like that. But it would be like, okay, yeah. So I understood where he was coming from.
Mm-hmm. What he say, homosexual?
Exactly. I was
TV.
just about to say that. Go ahead, EJ. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. I was just going to say, TP coming up with these lines. It just be so funny. But Tika, what's your thoughts on homosexual? And you think he really into him or?
But first of all, how you just stay at somebody's house without like like really, really understanding that they don't want you to spend the night. Like when I brought you that muffin or that biscuit or whatever it was that he brought to him, that was a sign, bro, for you to go home. Like, bye. You did what you okay, you don't eat breakfast. Well, take it with you, have it for lunch, get out my crib. So yeah, it was just I think it was just a little bit too much for their first one night stand. Because in T's mind, it was supposed to only be a one night stand. But then next thing you know, I come home from work and you still in my crib. Now you volunteer, you done put it down on me real good again. And now you talking about cooking me pan-seared salmon and you know I love me a good salmon. So guess what? I'm gonna eat that pan-seared salmon.
Right.
Okay. Next thing you know, it's the next morning and you, bruh, or the afternoon, whatever time it is, and now you in there painting me a wall. Like
Mm-mm.
what the what? But with
Yes.
all the attention that he is getting, I think it's the initial thing that him just volunteering himself to stay. I don't think he like that, but all of the good things that he's bringing to him, like I said, the painted wall, the cooked food, and all of that. T likes it, but
Mm-hmm.
bruh, you can't just move in and me not invite you to move in.
Right.
Every time, y'all, I'll kid y'all not how many times I rewinded the last part of the episode because that's why it's in the intro because that shit was so funny to me when he was when he get hit in the leg and when he going out the door, come on, man, like.
Right.
Steve,
Right.
what we gonna do with you? What are we really gonna do with you? But yeah, let's switch gears and let's talk about Mr. Griggs and Zervis and all this stuff because we learn a huge backstory. Now in episode 6, Diarra, she just always getting picked up by people for whatever reason. Like they just always feel like they can pick her up. Tamika, kind of talk about this part and let's talk about the conversation that these two are going to have when they meet up.
Yeah, that part was funny to me because the kids was walking by, the little boy was playing his game. She's literally yelling for help, and I'm thinking he's turning around at the last minute, but no, he wasn't paying her no mind. He had nothing. He was just worried about his game. And Daria, she's just always funny to me because when she came in here and I believe he was there with his son and asking him, did he want ice cream? And she's like cursing. He's like, oh, watch your mouth and sending him for ice cream. It's like, she don't care. She don't back down. She still speak her mind. She still want to know, why am I here? What do you have me here for? I know all about y'all. And she sometimes spills too much of the tea for me, in my opinion. I feel like some things she needs to keep a little closer to her chest. But she don't mind being like, yeah, I done connected A, B, C, and D. I know what y'all up to, even if she got some of the parts wrong, and just putting it out there. And, it was interesting to me that he was saying like, well, I want to be friends with you. And usually me and my friends, we can come to some kind of agreement. And if you bring me what I need, then we will be okay. And you'll be on my good side and I won't have to go ahead and chop you up. Like, I was just like, girl, like, what are you doing? But she played it the only way that Daria knows how to play it.
Exactly right, Monique. Diarra do be talking too doggone much sometimes.
Yes, she do. I'll be like, girl, hold a little bit of that back. Are you sure you want to say that?
And it's so funny because she says it with such confidence to the point where you believe it until you realize that it's not. Because when we were going down the road of the basketball player, or was it basketball, football, whatever he was, the athlete, when we were going down that road, I was like, yeah, you got a point. You got a point. Then when none of it right, but it was said with such confidence, and she just and it's just so funny. I love her energy when it comes to that, but it do get her in trouble, and she done got in so much trouble behind all of this.
And then on top of that, she was like, I'm not even really sure what the heck he's talking about, but I'm not going to let him know that. I'm going to play it off. I said, I think I would have been wanting to clarify, like, what exactly is it you want me to bring you? But, okay.
I think sometimes though, even though, yes, Diarra definitely does talk too much, but I think there are some times where when she talks, they're giving her information. And the good thing about Diarra, she has a great total recall. Like she can remember all of those and then pick up small little details. So I think that's why she talks so much. And again, later on, we'll see her process
Right.
that information that somebody has given to her. And
Mm-hmm.
she come up with, like EJ was saying, she come up with clues that we wouldn't even think about. And
Right.
sometimes it's too much, but sometimes she's dead on. So I
Yes.
mean,
Yeah. I love
she
that
does her
part of it
thing.
when that kicks in. I love that aspect of it.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
absolutely. Because I'm like, oh shoot, that's okay. That's where we was going with this. All right then. So she calls the only person that she can to come and pick her up after they have their conversation. Tika, she calls her boo thing, kinda her ex boo thing. And here we go again with him trying to figure out. And at this point, he's just like, he keeps talking about, he's her lawyer. And I guess in theory he is. It's good. I guess it's good to have a lawyer on deck. But right now, especially for Diarra at this point. But so anyway, they have their little conversation and or whatnot about the situation, and she still isn't giving him all the details. She ain't giving him no details, really, if we just keeping it real. Like right now, she's still not ready to give him all the details just yet. But I want to say, is this the part where he tells her, where he plays the voicemail for her? Is that in because they've talked more than they have talked in the whole series in these last 2 episodes.
Right.
To me, I feel like they talk way more. But I want to say this is the part where he plays her the voicemail where she's telling old girl is saying something about the 3-month anniversary or something like that. We're not going to make it to our 3-month anniversary. And he's like, see, I didn't cheat on you, yada, yada, yada. And then she starts to kind of question herself again about, maybe she was wrong. So anywho, I just love all these little different stories that we're getting. We're getting this story, we're getting this main story, but we're getting these little bitty kind of side stories as well. I think that's kind of dope. So I like how they doing this. So anyway, y'all, let's talk about your girl Moni, because Moni is still caught up in all of this as well. We have Moni and her husband, who we find out is the what do they call the Woodward, whoever they are, the Woodworth boys. They're the ones who have taken over Roman's shop, basically, right? And so we do find that, I can't remember what episode it is, but we do find that out. But right here, we're kind of traveling back to the strippers, right? So this episode is all about these crazy these strippers. So let's actually talk about the strippers, because I need to move forward to the other part, because I forgot we doing 2 episodes. Usually I try to drag it out to the and go bit by bit, but let's kind of just move it on along so that we can make it to the second half of this. So the strippers, what were y'all thoughts about this? Like, without knowing the outcome of it, what was y'all first thoughts about the strippers, and were you thinking that Zervis was lying? Tika, what was your thoughts about it?
Well, first of all, she done finesse these chicks, got them over there thinking they doing a real documentary and they gonna be popping, and the world is gonna get to see them and the life of the stripper. But then why does the equipment say the property of whatever school? I'm like, they done took the school equipment, using it to create this quote unquote not real documentary. Yeah, Douglas Middle School. I'm looking at all the little bit of stuff, but then somebody ain't telling the truth in this little group. All these ladies cannot be the strippers, the queens of the nightclubs, cannot be telling the truth about Zervis and his whereabouts. So, I think they're just, somebody paid them or something to say something. In my mind at that very moment, I'm thinking somebody paid them, because like Diarra said, all of their stories were literally the same. Everything that each one of them said was the same. And then also in that one clip, or in that one image where Swag went to talk to Diarra, he also brought her a file from the police department that talked about the strippers as well, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Yeah, she did. I mean, it was genius for her to do that, though. Listen, let me tell y'all, I'm making a documentary so I can get y'all in front of me, so I can get some more information about what actually happened that night. And then they also talk about the whole O.J. Simpson trial and where they were when all of that stuff happened. By the way, y'all, can I say how crazy was it that this
Right.
episode absolutely premiered on the day that O.J.
Mhm.
Simpson passed away? No judgment, RIP to the man. That's all I can say. But how crazy was
Absolutely.
that?
Absolutely. RP. I thought about that same thing. That was literally when I said, damn, I said, ain't that some shit? That's literally what I said when I watched that episode. And then I was like, huh. And then because it was kind of weird. Wasn't it kind of spooky almost? Like it was just, I don't know, it was
Very,
just very weird.
very.
But yeah, so Tamika, then we got our girl Moni and T, who done basically become friends too. Like it's amazing how they've brought these two friend groups together. You know what I'm saying? And they just act like they've been knowing each other. But they're actually trying to trace down the time frame, trying to see if it was plausible for Zervis to get from point A to point B, do the kidnapping. They're reenacting this whole thing. What did you think about the craziness that was going on?
Yeah, them two always crack me up. But Moni had her stuff down. She was like, listen to me, trust me, I know what I'm doing. So they figured it out as far as the timing. I mean, they all have turned into like mini detectives in their own way now, joining in, especially T, because he wasn't as much into it as Moni and Daria was in the beginning. So it's like now he's all in as well. And we all trying to figure this thing out.
Absolutely. Everybody is invested in it. Now, we talked a little bit about Velvet earlier. Now, I want to say that this was around the time when she showed up here. I really, really started honing in on her even more. Like, even from the conversation with that they had before, I was like, okay, so what part does she play in this? But then when she just pops it up at old girl house, I'm like, don't nobody be doing pop-ups like this unless something is really, really, like if there has to be a reason for a pop-up. So at this point, for me, I was like, okay, I just need to know what part she played in it and what part Danger played in it because she already said that is basically going to protect both of them, like he covering his own stuff. And I was like, okay, what is it? So was y'all already getting the vibes that Velvet definitely had something to do with Chris, unquote Chris, whoever he is?
Yeah, I didn't trust Velvet from the moment that I met her. She just looked shisty, like she was up to no good. And then the way she was almost like bullying or kind of like strong arming Danger. And what's his actual name? I forgot what Calvin, is it Calvin? Or whatever his real name. She kept calling him by his real name because of course we find out that, she took care of him when his mom passed away. But just the way she was just so aggressive with him. And again, she told, because they were looking for Tank, and then she was like, well, when it all boils down to it, you and your crew, the Woolworth boys, gonna have to get reactivated. I'm like, why she strong arming him like that? So it's like, now we'll get to it, but now we're gonna see why she is the way that she is with Danger. I didn't like it though. I was like, please snatch her red wig off her head and throw it out the window. She getting on my nerves.
Okay, that part. Okay, so let's move a little bit past her. I love the strip club scene, y'all. This was so funny to me when Aja was like, her stripper name was Asha. I was like, girl, stop playing with me. Everybody had some great stripper names, but then Aja was Aja. So, there was that. So I'm trying to see if there was anything like super important before I really make it to this. Hold on, we gotta talk about this part. We gotta talk about this. Let me come back for a second. So we know that Diarra, she can't do right. She had to go and test out her theories. She have to push the envelope no matter what. So she goes and she has this sit down. And Tamika, let's talk about it. she goes and has the sit down, and this is at the very end of this episode. Kind of walk us through the end of the episode.
And at this point, Swat has already told her, don't be in contact with nobody, don't do nothing. But of course, she gonna do what she want to do. And she pretty much feels like I said before, she knows every daggone thing. I don't put the pieces together. And it's funny because the pieces are literally starting to come together for her. Some of the other things as she's sitting there talking to him, but she's telling him that she already, knows everything. Like I said, I do like that aspect of it. So she was getting like little flashes, and it was like, well, wait a minute, okay, y'all was fighting, you was worried about this contract. And then she remembers, some of the things that Deontay's mom said in reference to the dad working there, and him basically wanting to have a strike and the way that it would have affected them. And then it's like, so you so stupid, you made a damn mistake and took junior instead of senior. It's really him you were supposed to be going after. And she just gone to town, and the next thing you know, I thought he just was choking on food. I'm sitting there like, okay, Diarra, are you going to get up and do the Heimlich maneuver on him? When I start seeing him coughing up blood, I was like, oh yeah, no, he ain't just choking on no food. Like, it's literally deletion happening right now, and your behind is caught in the middle of it again.
Again, like, honestly, Tika, I don't know what I would have done in this situation. I would have ran too. I ain't gonna lie, I would have just ran up out of there. That would have been it. I'm not calling nobody out. Because it ain't no way I can sit up here and explain how this, this non-melanin man is is out of here, and I'm sitting up. No, bye. In the D2, hell no. Goodbye. See y'all later. And so at the very end, there we go. She goes out and somebody throws her in a trunk, and then that episode ends that way. But to find out that they were looking for big Deontay and got little Deontay, you got to be stupid. Like, how we get the details so messed up? Like, if I'm going to put a hit out on somebody, like, you're going to know that, hey, I need you to pick up a man, or I need you to pick up this man's child. Like, we're going to be very specific about who we going to pick up.
Exactly.
How did that happen? That was the craziest thing. I wouldn't have never guessed that. That was so well put together. I thought that was a darn good story. I was like, man, I wouldn't have never thought that. But it gets even crazier, y'all. So we can go kind of anywhere with this. I want to take this part right here in kind of pieces, because the next episode is wild. The next episode is crazy. We get so many more answers. Now we are at the point where we're getting another backstory. Did y'all think that was Danger from the beginning? Like, did anybody guess that? Tika, Tamika, did y'all guess
that little kid, I thought it was what's the guy we looking for? I thought it was Andy and that little kid, Chris. Yeah, I thought it was him, but then to find out it's Danger. Damn. Excuse me, can I say? Yeah, I can say damn. Like, oh man. So anyway, get to the part where we find out he done messed up, because I was just like, wow. So, but then I'm like, how old is Spider? Because God dog it, if I see that Spider one more time, like, how old is this dude? Was he like 10 years older than Danger or something?
I don't know, girl, because he definitely, I'm like, is your spider gonna wrinkle up or anything? Because this spider look good. This tattoo ain't faded. I don't have no tattoos, so I don't know how it works, but I just feel like over time, tattoos,
they generally will wear out a little. Unless he's one of those people that went back and got it colored in or something. I don't know.
I was just like, come on now, Spider. But okay, so we're going to eventually find out that the little boy on the bike is Danger, but he tells the guy, like, it's definitely Deontay. That's Deontay. And it wasn't a lie. It was Deontay Brooks. It just wasn't the Deontay Brooks that they wanted. And to be fair, I don't know who more stupider. I mean, honestly, the people who gave him the instructions, the Spider, I don't know. Because that was dumb.
But EJ, though, you would think that knowing that this is like a grown man's situation, this is like talking about shutting stuff down, and why would a child be a part of that? So that was
Exactly.
stupid on the people that
Mhm.
snatched him as well as
Yes.
the. I would see if they were saying, "Oh, we're gonna keep him until we get to your daddy," but they
Right.
picked him up thinking he was the one that they were supposed to get, and I'm like, how dumb. Like I was just like pissed, big mad again, big mad on that side.
Okay,
Mhm.
that part. Tamika, y'all, let's talk about something a little more fun because I love this whole situation. So everybody is looking for Diarra. When they get, everybody is there looking for Diarra. There just happens to be a big snowstorm at the place, but why Aja Boo thing is with her, and she like, I tried to break up with him, but he still continues like
Everybody trying to break up and it ain't working.
he ain't trying to let her go at all. At all. She gonna have a hard time getting rid of Keyshawn, that's for
Mhm.
sure. But everybody is like, okay, Diarra is missing, and this is before we actually know who has picked her up and all that. Was y'all worried about her? Or did y'all think this may have been friend? Because let me tell you what I thought. For a second, I was like, it gotta be somebody, because I was like, why the police didn't chase after them? Like that was my thought process. I'm like, they right there. Why they didn't chase after them? They what why? And that's the only thing I couldn't get past. So I was like, okay, either it's somebody who, got the police, on payroll or something. I was just like, it's got to be somebody that they know. But what was y'all thoughts? Did y'all think she was in trouble, Tika and then Tamika?
Initially, I thought it was old boy coming back to help her. I said his name earlier, the police officer. I thought
Oh,
it was
Mark.
him coming. Yeah, I thought it was him coming back to help her because I'm like, girl, you keep getting yourself in these messed up spots. Like how? But she got like 20 lives literally because she done been in the area when how many white men I got unalive that she get out scathed, unscathed throughout any of this. So I did honestly, I thought it was the police guy coming back to help her, but we find out later on that it was somebody else.
I Ron. Tamika, were
Okay.
you worried about her?
Yeah, a little piece of me was kind of worried because I'm just like, she gets herself into the craziest situations. But then I also felt like, could have been somebody else that's coming in because we got so many different people and factors playing in this and watching her and things. So I was like, somebody else that could be wanting to help her could have came and snatched up, and maybe she just can't get to the house right now because we got this whole storm going on. But I definitely understood them and concerned, and I was just basically like, we know this girl and how the hot mess she is. So she thinking all different kind of things when she started doing the prayer.
And Keyshawn interrupted the prayer at the
Yeah.
point. That was so funny to me. Woo, this episode had a lot of I just like how they all play off of each other. They have really good chemistry. It was so
Yes, they
great.
do.
I ain't even gonna lie to you. So anywho, let's talk about the story. Let's just talk about the entire story and then we'll go from there. So we'll move past the part they find Diarra. Diarra come back and if she was with Swa and her and Swa have this moment and all that, and Aaron and her, they be going back and forth like they always do. I'm over his man cave already, but like we're gonna move past all of that part and let's get back to the part where we back. Diarra is back. Let me make these clips kind of go through because I want them to kind of be close to where they are. We even got the husband helping out at this point. Roman is even
She
helping
sending
out
him
like,
on missions.
Oh,
okay.
and they done. Oh, we'll get to it. I was about to say poor Roman. She just was doing him any kind of way. Go in the flow.
Said, dang, Roman. So anyway, let's talk about the entire scene. But I want to get past this because we don't care about that part. That's the part I was like, we already talked about that.
She sent them a bouquet of dildos.
I know, that was so funny. Okay, so now we are back at the house, right? We back at the house, and there's a couple of things that I want to bring up. I want to talk about the fact that He knows Goldie. Hold on. I need to stop it. He knows Goldie, right? And Goldie, we know, is the Greeks. He says lawyer, but wasn't she they person that unalives people? I thought she was
Some
the
fixer, some kind of
the
fixer.
fixer.
Yeah, fixer. Mm-hmm.
That could be a lawyer though. I guess because sort of like Olivia Pope in a sense, even though she wasn't technically a lawyer, but she's that lawyer. But you know what I mean. So I guess we could say that. Okay, we'll roll with that. So anyway, the fixer, he knows her from some cases or something, even though I feel like there's more to that, but I don't know. I feel like we only got like a little bit, a handful of that particular story. And everybody wants what apparently Diarra has that she didn't even know she has. Turns out it's a tape, y'all. What was y'all thinking? Like, what was y'all thoughts? Tamika, what was your thoughts?
Yeah, that was another moment where I like how she starts to think she knows there's something that's in this little capsule that we done had, that we done put our fingerprints on and looked through, a couple different times. And it's like, oh, it never dawned on me. I'm thinking he was just holding on to the Mary J. Blige tape for sentimental reasons, but this really ain't Mary J. Blige. There's something else on this recording, and that's what they want. And it was funny how they all was like kind of going in to look through it, and they telling Swat like, you haven't been here, we the ones that's been here, and we've been doing this, move out our way. But yeah, I wanted to hear what was on the tape. I'm like, let's play this now, but we ain't got no damn tape recorder.
That part. And then old Roman gets sent out again to go get the doggone tape recorder. I was like, Paul Roman. And the part when he's at the door, when he's trying to go out the door, I'm telling you, that was so funny to me. This chili though, y'all, was I not the only person that was trying to write down the recipe?
Looks so good, baby. Listen, I love a man that could cook. That food was looking good. I was like, come over here and make me some.
Okay, girl, listen to me. This me. I'm like, okay, we got all the peppers. We got 3 peppers. We got some cumin. I said, oh, what else we got here? Okay, I say, but dang, he got them white beans. I don't know if I like them white beans, but I was like, listen, I'm really trying to figure out this. But then next thing you know, the chili was made. I was like, dang, I feel like I got half a recipe right here.
He put turmeric in there too. He put the turmeric in there too.
Yep, he had the turmeric. So
that he literally made chili look sexy. That's all I can say. And I wanted a bowl. Like, can I get a bowl? A spoonful? I'll take a spoonful.
Okay, let me get a little piece of chili. But the way they set that up, y'all, was that not the cutest thing, the way they set it up? Because he's talking about it, and I'm like, this one I kept saying. I said, who the hell is he talking to? Who is he talking to? And then it turns out he's talking to Diarra, but he also talking to everybody else, because
when they flashed and showed everybody standing there, I was like, are y'all serious right now? Awkward.
His hands did make it look good, Darius. Mm-hmm. Yes, it did. That chili was I was like, oh.
But the cheese, the chili, the hot fries or the hot Cheetos, what?
Okay. Like, I'm feeling like
hot Cheetos in their chili.
I'm feeling like I've been missing out. And I'm going to, the next time I make chili,
I've never had the Cheetos in there. Yeah. Right.
I'm gonna try it. Now they all ready to eat. Talking about Diarra ain't got nothing but tequila and something else. I don't know, that charcuterie board she tried to make. Oh my God. I was like, oh, sardines? No, ma'am.
Sardines and Oreos on top of that.
Okay. I was okay with the Oreos and the gummy bears, but I'm like, sardines? No, ma'am. Stop it. So, okay. So now it's a very awkward situation, because we got the husband, we got the masseuse
slash chef.
Like, it's a lot going on up in this situation, y'all. What did y'all think about when we found out that Danger was out here handing out massages? What was y'all thought process?
Can I get one?
Yes, the way my back and leg be bothering me. Listen, he looked like he was doing a good job.
And listen, ain't nobody gonna be massaged. Ain't no man gonna. I'm sorry, I might sound like a little HOE, but ain't no man about to massage me and massage my behind and not be ready to give it up.
Girl,
you know how sensual that is? I'm sorry, I know this don't have nothing to do with the show, but how sensual that is too. And he's not a bad looking man. Like, the way he treats her at, from what we saw, the way that he was treating her was soft and gentle, and to add a massage on top of that, oh my goodness. And he could cook. Like, he made the perfect husband. I'm just saying, other than that other stuff he got going on, but I was like, man, you about to have to get a towel or something, because it's
okay. That part. I was like, okay, Mr. Masu. I felt all sorts of, I was like, I can't believe she was able to just, but I guess she said she just needed her a nap. That's why I know she still loves Swa. Like, I know that she trying to make it all about this dude, Chris, but I really feel like it has more to do with her husband than anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like that's why she ain't really crossed them lines, because she could have, but I mean, they damn near, I don't know what I feel like that was more intimate than if they just went ahead and smashed. Shoot.
Yep. Yeah, it definitely was more intimate. They seemed like they had a regular schedule down packed. They sitting there reading, and it's like, are you ready? And she turning over, yeah, I'm ready. And then it got interrupted when Squad stopped by that time. I think that's when he wanted to give her the update. And he heard the creaking upstairs. She was like,
like, sit your ass down, Danger. Shoot.
Right.
Derry B said, but Danger is dangerous in a good way. Okay, girl, that part, because them hands, woo, down, Danger.
Okay, that's all I can think of every time I hear that name.
Okay, that part. So we got that part out the way. Because that was one of my favorite parts, learning about that. Oh, y'all, we got to talk about this conversation real quick. Your boy is out here wilding out. He swear he wants old boy to leave, but like I said, I don't really think he want old boy to leave. But it's just so funny, the interaction, though. Like, Tamika, talk about his interaction.
Yeah, the fact that he was like, no, I'm here. It's black ice outside. I can't get there. And Danger caught on quick too. Like, oh, you trying to get rid of somebody? You don't like him. You don't want him there. But then I forgot what he said to him. But Danger was like, oh, that sounds interesting. Like, I'm intrigued. I want to know more.
He talking about, but he keep doing this, and then he
right.
my accent wall. Like, no, but that sounds interesting.
Right.
It's
that
water.
accent wall. And the way he looked at Keyshawn when he said that about, you don't bring no date to a search party.
Right.
Right.
And then the way the camera goes over to Aja, I'm telling y'all, they got their timing on point.
Yeah,
like, everything about this is, their timing is good. Even down to the part where Tika brought up earlier about the name of the actual documentary. So yeah, I really hope they bring this back. I hope this is not one where they drop it. You know how they be dropping the ball sometimes. I hope this is not that. But anywho, so we end up let's move forward a little bit more. Oh, no, hold on. Before we do that, because that made me think about the interrogation. Tika, the interrogation. We need to talk about that for like a second, because everybody is on Swa's head at this point.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say too. It was so many funny moments in this one scene that everybody was coming, because Swa even came at Danger for a minute, and then the girls was like, oh no, hold up.
Yeah, because they want to know, why are you here? Like, we've been the ones whose shoulders she been crying on. We've been the ones who's helped her through, certain situations that she's going through. Asha can definitely say, I just loaned her some money. So why are you here? Like, what's your point, Swa? So is it because you love her, is it because you love her is the question. Like, why are you really there? But of course, Swa, we already know he has his interests. He may love her, yes, but he also has his own interests at heart as well. So yeah, I loved it though, because that's what friends do. You get on that man when he done did your girl wrong.
Okay, in that part.
Respectfully.
And she asked the questions, you know what I'm saying? He talking about, you my baby cousin. You my cousin. You know what I'm saying? Like, and but yeah, so but they are all asking the right questions. Even T says, like, how you gonna ask her? And as we've gotten to know this character, y'all, like, it begs you to, like, why in the world, why would you ask her, this character that we've gotten to know over these last 7 episodes, for an open marriage? That sounds like you wanted her to walk away, or you were trying to make a big something, because her and open marriage don't even coincide with each other. It didn't even make sense. So I was with T on that one. I'm like, why you even fix your mouth to say that? But of course, he tries to swing it around and bring it back, which he did have a point. I can't lie, y'all. He did have a point. We are all here because of her lover. That, that's where we at with it. So I will give him that part. But y'all, let's talk about this. Let's talk about the fact that we got several different people coming for this one thing. Like, it's not just one person looking for this tape. What the hell is on this tape, y'all? What's on the tape and who's on the tape? Do anybody got any theories? Chat, do y'all got any theories about who it is and what is being implicated on it? Tika, anything?
I'm thinking it could be somebody actually making a phone call to somebody in some high power, because if Goldie is a part of it, she's an attorney, supposed to be an attorney or something. So it's got to be somebody in a higher position. And the commentary that's on the tape is, y'all know we picked up the wrong person, or we picked up this child and we've just unalived this child, so to speak. So what are we supposed to do? So maybe it's some damaging evidence that's telling exactly what they did, to Deontay. And it could be some government official or some higher power individual that's a part of it.
That's crazy. And they actually got caught on tape, Tamika. That is crazy.
Yeah, I agree. I would definitely think it's somebody high up, somebody that Goldie works for, that she's supposed to be fixing things for, and then now at this point, she asked Sway, whatever, to step in, and it's like, if you don't, do what you got to do, then this could be your daggone behind too. Are you sure you want to put your neck out here like this? And I definitely think some of the cops is probably on the recording as well, because we see that they have been trying to protect this case and have this case go away and manipulate it and just let them think it was the mother that has something to do with it. So I think it would take a couple of different people there. I want to hear it. That's why I was like, when we getting this recorded?
Okay, can we please hear the recording? Y'all, let's talk about Aja, because this was one of the funniest moments. Y'all, when I tell y'all that I was on the floor, I was laughing so hard at this right here. Tika, I need you to break this on down for us. We need like a play-by-play of what was happening with Aja and Keyshawn.
Okay, well, he basically touched her in the right spot, and she got kind of turned on, and she was like, I'm trying to be celibate, so on and so forth. And then it's like, okay, he done got close. Okay, we just gonna kiss, we gonna make out. Oh, just put the tip in. Oh, what? Do put the tip in. Okay, he put the tip in. Then, oh, just put the shaft in. Oh, what? Oh, that feels so good. Oh, what? Now, just 3 pumps. What? 3 pumps, girl. You know it's about to go down. 3 pumps. Okay, 3 more. Let's go.
No, she didn't say 3 pumps.
Yo,
oh my God.
She said, just 3 pumps. Just put the tip in. I said, boy, if that ain't something a dude be saying, just a tip. And I'm like, because it's like they were in reverse roles. He's trying to, respect her, her celibacy. And and she's like, just go ahead, just put the tip in the shaft. I was like, you might as well. I said, it's over now. I said, it's done for now. Forget them 3 pumps.
I done been there, Aja. I done been there, girl. I understand. Trying to do right, trying to hold back, trying to be celibate and we ain't gonna do nothing but kiss. We ain't gonna do nothing but hug. We ain't gonna do nothing but cuddle. And then stuff start moving around. Okay, just a little bit. No, it's over with. So
it's over with at that point.
Still talking to the Lord after the fact.
Okay. I think we done all been there before. Yeah, Ambien is the name Diarra gave Chris. Yeah, I think we done all been there before. That's for sure. But what was even more funny is the way her friends are celebrating it. Like, everybody's like, yes, like, like everybody's hype about it, like, dang, about time. And everybody can hear, and they're like, what in the, and even when Roman comes in, he like, what in the world? Like, everybody's trying to figure out what the heck is going on. But I'm telling y'all, T, that's my boy right there. I love me some T, because T had like the best reaction when he first heard it. Okay, y'all. So that's Aja getting her thing together. Finally. So anyway, y'all, Roman's gonna get back with the tape, and lo and behold, the tape has been switched out. It's a Jodeci tape at this point. I'm about to say CD is a tape. I don't know why CD was about to come out. It's a Jodeci tape. Instead, somebody has switched it, which means somebody in that house switched it out because Diarra is not crazy. She knows that that's not the tape. Nobody else really had it up close like she did. She knows that's not the tape or whatever. And so now we got to interrogate some folks. And we're going to start with the two people who we know didn't want us to have nothing to do with this from the beginning. And I thought this was so cute. I'm loving the dynamics of how they're jumping back into their friendship so quickly, even like trusting each other. Like, it's like it never really went away per se, and I have friends like that too. I have friends that I cannot talk to for forever, like two of them actually, that I cannot talk to for forever. I do not have to talk to them, but the moment I talk to them, the moment I'm around them, it's like we've, like we done talk every single day. So, I don't know if y'all know this, but I'm really not a talker. I just had to say that. I'm really not a talker. But anyway, don't give me that look. I'm really not. No, but so yeah, so I love the dynamics of this friendship, but we're really going in on these two. What was y'all thought process about kind of how we were going with this? Did y'all think it was Swa? Because I thought it was Swa. I ain't gonna lie. At first, I thought it was Swa. I was between Swa and Danger, but I was leaning more towards Swa. Who was you leaning more towards, Tamika?
Yeah, I thought it was Swap because I think right before they had this sit down, he was in the cut on the phone and Goldie was kind of giving him that warning. So I figured he done went and switched it out when, she stepped away. And I'm like, oh God, what are you doing?
Mm-hmm. Yep. I was between this. Who was you thinking, Tika?
Yeah, for me, it was Danger. He just had this look on his face, like, a kid that does something they have no business doing. And that's like the look that Danger was given. So I was thinking he had something to do with it. And nobody was really watching him. Nobody was really paying attention to what Danger was doing. He was just another figure in the home. So,
right.
That's what just the whole suspicious look on his face is what kind of, drew me to him.
Okay, that's what's up. So we're kind of putting a little pieces of the story together, and now the car has shown back up as well. That's where Roman is hiding. Wives know sometimes when their husbands be hiding stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Knew that he was hiding something, but she, so they finally get it out of him what's going on. But this is the moment where Diarra realizes that it was Danger, and where we get a little more, we just keep getting a little more story, and then stuff gets crazy. So we know that it was him that took the tape. He says he's trying to protect her, but we also find out that, okay, so we got Velvet looking for the tape, right? Velvet has knocked off the Greek, or Zervis rather, and because her man is Spider-Man. I'm gonna call him Spider-Man, and so she's knocked him off. But then we got another person that's also in the game too. We got Goldie, who technically she thinks she working for the Greeks, or is she working for the other guy? I don't know who she. They say she works for the Greeks, but her man is gone at this point. So I don't even know why we still need the tape. If he out of there, he unalive. But then there's still another player that we don't know.
Wasn't the Greeks doing the work for somebody else? Like, they were doing it and they didn't want to be seen. They didn't want to be seen in the neighborhood, so they outsourced to Velvet and her crew. So I'm they were doing. There is another party. I think that the Greeks were working for that other party, and they just kind of outsourced to Velvet and her crew to get that tape.
Right.
So the other person.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's why I was like, why is Goldie still in play when her man is out of there? Like the Greek is gone. So why are we still, but but maybe, I don't know. But this other party is the mystery party. We don't know who the heck it is.
Right.
But everybody's coming after them. So Spider-Man that came after them. Danger say he trying to protect her. And this is where we find out that I don't think they finna be friends no more, y'all, for at least for a little while. I don't know. Because this ain't looking so hot. But we find out that Danger switched the tape out. And we still don't know what's on the freaking tape. Like we
Right.
still don't have a clue what's on the tape.
Right.
So
Yeah.
now we have to give the tape up. We don't have a choice because a big dude then came in with the blicky and with a big blicky too, not a little bitty one, like a big one. Who swung on him, y'all? Did y'all see who swung on him? Was that Swar?
Swar, yeah, he
Okay.
swung on him. Yeah, because he was trying to tell Velvet, like, I actually don't think she have nothing to do with it when he called her on the phone to give her the update, and she said, "Oh no, it's not no coincidence. Go take her out." What did I say? And then he tried to bring up how it was storming and he ain't got no big coat on it. She said, "Put on a hat." And that part was funny too. But she's determined. She don't believe that it was just a coincidence that she's involved. But in all actuality, it was. She was minding her damn business, decided to go on this date, and all of this came from that.
Yep, and it's all Swat's fault when it all come down to it. I'm a big believer in blaming the husband because if we go back to it, it all trickles back to him. We can really trace it back to him. If he doesn't ask that stupid, ridiculous question about having an open marriage, she wouldn't have left him. Which wouldn't have let her. She wouldn't have been on Tinder. She wouldn't have never met Chris, and she wouldn't have never been in any of this situation. So let's just blame the person who fault it really is, Swat. So anyway. Swat takes a swing at the guy, and this is when our boy is gonna get he's gonna get got in the knee, y'all.
He said he popped him in his D.
Yeah, they like, no, it's your knee. You don't know.
You don't know how big it is.
Right.
I was falling out, y'all.
Yes, that was funny.
Funny. And when he goes out, the way he's like, "Call my man, see my man."
That part.
I said, "Yo, man."
Right.
Now
You
all of a sudden he your man, right?
And everything else. Now he your man. Your man, your man.
Okay, not my man, my man, my man. Okay. You, your man. So y'all, let's recap the story. So I'm going to hold on. So after he gets got, Danger's gonna tell the story, and then we're gonna see at the very end that she's gonna end up going back to SWAT to stay there. Now, I don't know if they going back to get back with each other. He did tell her that she needs to come there, but it felt like maybe she felt like this was, well, we'll talk about that in just a second, about what she felt like all of this happened for. And I'm like, that's a hell of a way for some shit to, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just thought that was a lot. But let's talk about the story. Okay, so apparently we have a young Danger who was supposed to be a lookout and supposed to get some information on where the Deontay Brooks was. Danger hears the mom say, "Deontay Brooks, get your behind," yada, yada, yada. So he thinks that this is Deontay Brooks. Now, he's right. It is Deontay Brooks. It's just Deontay Brooks Jr. He comes back. He tells Spider, like, "Hey, that's him. I heard it. I confirmed it." And Spider is the adult, y'all. I'm sorry. He's the adult. You should know. You should have clarified if this was a kid or adult, because that's what I would have been thinking, right? But I don't know. So anyway, he then goes after them, and that's where all of this stuff kind of takes place. We already know the other bits of the story because they already filled those in for us before of how he actually gets taken. But then there's a situation when they figure out that, hey, we got the wrong person. They can't keep him. They got to get rid of him. So Danger says that he is 100% sure that I can't say Ambien or Chris because we don't know who the hell he is, but that Deontay Brooks is in a grave. He says he's 100% that he saw it. He says that he saw it. He witnessed it. And that Velvet was the one that did it and that he's buried somewhere. I know, Tika, I know you have. I don't know about you, Tamika. But I read the trailer I read the synopsis for the next episode. So, this is going to be interesting. That's why I cannot wait for the next episode because I really don't know. So that's the whole story in a nutshell. That's where it has come down to. Basically, somebody at the top needed to take out Big Deontay because he was making some trouble with the union, and he had some, power with the people. People liked him and they would listen to him. They didn't want stuff to stop, so they said, hey, we're going to take him out. They hire somebody to do it. They hire the Greeks to take him out, but the Greeks can't go up in there because at the time, downtown is all black. We learned that from Swab when they were talking about Jodeci. Because it's all black, they need somebody that can blend in. They hire Velvet, who employs Spider, of course, and sends him to do the job. That's how Danger comes into play. So that's how all of this kind of gels together. So we know some of the players, but we don't know who the main player is at this point, right? And we also don't know if oh boy really is gone or not, and we still don't know who Ambien/Chris is at the end of the day. Like, there's still so many questions. So let's talk about it. Tika, what just kind of talk it out in your mind as to like what you were thinking, what you were feeling, like, and what your questions still are, because I still have a lot.
Well, when he said that, excuse me, when he said that Deontay basically was buried 30 years ago, and I'm like damn, excuse like it's not the child, but did they ever quick question, did they ever answer whatever happened to the father?
She just said, you got your wish. The daddy drunk himself into something, and I need to go back and catch the last part of what she said, but I don't know if that meant he was gone or if he just gone. You know what I mean?
Gotcha. Okay, so yeah, well, to even think that they unalived the child, I was like, what? Like, that kind of made my stomach hurt a little bit. But then I was like, but dang, they still gotta find Ambien. So all I can say is I think that this show is going to go into a second season, because I don't think on this last episode they're going to give us who's at the top, like who's ultimately responsible for all of this with the taking of Deontay, the baby boy. I don't know. I was just like, damn. I was stumped. And as far as Diarra and Danger still remaining friends, I don't see how they could possibly remain friends. Like, the trust is literally broken. And yeah, she did go home to Swa for, I think it was for security, for safety and security. And then she does love her husband, but she also told him that she wanted to be a mom, and you didn't want to go see the doctor that I wanted you to go see. And so I'm just looking forward to the next episode, to be honest with you. I'm looking forward to the next episode to see if everything that they're saying is the truth. If it's the baby boy that's buried in that shallow grave, wherever that is, and then to find out who it is that's on top of all of this whole situation.
Absolutely. Tamika, can you answer a few questions for me, please? Monique wants to know who Spider is, and then answer that, and then also answer, where is it at? Wasn't it a little boy who told them who Deontay was, and explain that part again too for the people in chat?
Yeah, Spider is the one that Danger gave the information to, the one that they had out there, ready to take the hit, so to speak, or do the kidnapping and basically do her dirty work and run her errands for her. I feel like Danger. I felt a little bad for him. I don't know if he's telling the whole truth. I feel like he still have to hold certain things back, whether it be to protect himself, whether he feel like he protecting Daria with it, or a little bit of both. But I do believe him, and she even said when she looked in his eyes, because she didn't want to believe it at first, I was like, oh shoot, so are we saying he was going from 30 years ago? I don't know that necessarily means that it's true, but I think that he believes is true. I think
Mhm.
that's what they had made him to believe. And hey Shannon. And I think that, you know, he was a little boy. Like y'all had a little boy going out to do work that y'all should have been doing and taking care of and making sure, you know, you dotting the T's and crossing the I's, because y'all was all grown. The little boy that told them who the Deontay was Danger. That was him when he was little. So basically that's why he was telling Diarra everything. And yeah, I mean, it definitely makes the relationship complicated, and we know that he got the name Danger for a reason, so we know he was in the mix and he was in the life, and that's why he was saying like, oh, I don't mess with them people no more, trying to stay out of it. But it's like, it's really not no way for you to stay out of it, because now you have Velvet coming and telling you, you know, you back in, you got to step up, you got to do what you got to do. Our man has been taken out, and so but now he's an adult, so now he's gonna have to make tough decisions for himself. It's not the same as when he was a kid. But I definitely don't think he can be blamed for what happened when he was a kid, even though it was very unfortunate. I think that these so-called mob people and fixers and everybody that was involved, y'all didn't have no clue like who y'all wanted to get. That makes no sense. And they should have all been taken out for making that daggone mistake.
Absolutely. I feel like, yeah, absolutely. It's all the adult's fault when it's all said and done. It's definitely not his, but you can tell that he certainly feels a
Yeah.
certain type of guilt about it. But you know, but it's really not his fault. But I think that because everybody has expressed about how this was such a big story when back in the day, everybody remembers the story. Like this kidnapping of this little boy and him being missing all this time touched a lot of people. So, of course, for you to be directly involved and for it to be you who gave the information that led to the boy being kidnapped, I can understand how that would have a certain type of weight on you. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. I do.
And now I'm still even more curious as to who the heck Ambien really is, because right now the way they're trying to present him to us as if he just found these things and he was trying to blackmail them about it because he found out the truth. Right. And it's like, and remember in the beginning, we was all the way there with him being Deontay, and then we started being like, I don't know. So it's like, is that really the truth? And did he really just use her with the date situation, or does it go deeper than that? So they definitely got to keep this story keeping on going, because I know we ain't getting the answers to everything. I agree with Tika.
And
Yeah.
I also like how they're allowing Danger to feel human. Like that's a
Yes.
human feeling, regardless if it happened when he was a child, a teenager, whatever. It's something that he felt like he was responsible for. So
Yeah.
they gave him a human side, because we see he got, like you said, EJ, he got that name Danger for a reason. So we're seeing he's not just the dude that's breaking into folks' house. He got this cough, this choke, whatever, because he was feeling the guilt. So I like, I like that they gave him that human side, to this guy we call Danger. So
Exactly. And now we have the mystery, like Tamika said, of who is Chris, who is Ambien, like who exactly is he? Did Deontay somehow get out of this thing? And why would Deontay even be this, not Deontay, why would Ambien Chris be this invested in this particular story? How would you even run across this? Like those are just some of the questions I have. Like, how would you run across this particular box of, I mean, these things, like somebody held on to these things for these people to be mob and people that are supposed to, be professional, get away with ish. Like, there's no way that you should still have this book bag. All that stuff should have been buried with Deontay. You know what I'm saying? Like, real talk. Like, nobody should have ever been able to find any of this stuff. So how did this person get a hold of the tape? Did Deontay, because we know Deontay had, I feel like we saw him with headphones on, but I can't remember. I've got to go back and look at that, because back in the day we used to hit record and what you call that, record and play or whatever it was, so you could record over a tape. Maybe he did that while he was in their custody and he recorded some information. But how did they figure it out? How do they know that the tape exists? Like, there's just a crap ton of questions that have not been answered. And it's like you said, I don't think that they can answer all of those questions in this particular episode, because for one thing that we have learned from this show thus far is that they are very thorough about answering questions that you have. You get an answer. So I feel like we'll get one, but I think that that's what's going to take us into a season 2 of this show. So but overall, so far so good. I'm excited to see what's going to happen on episode 8 and how we get to the spot where we started in the very beginning. I really need to know that part and what's inside of that shed. Why are we walking to the shed? What's in there? Who's in the chair? Like, I got a lot of questions. So many. So anyway, y'all, we were able to get through episode 6 and 7. Let me see here. Oh, yeah, that's right. Danger is seeing a therapist. He needed a therapist. That makes sense.
Yeah, it definitely does make sense why he was seeing one.
Yeah, but they should have actually showed him actually talking to the therapist. For me, that would have given the human side. But I think I needed an explanation as to why he was really seeing that therapist. And that's what, for me, that's what gave me that human side to Danger.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And not to mention that he really cares about his stepson. You know what I'm saying? Like, we done hurt the stepson, even though we saw him that one time, but we know that there's like this really strong connection with them. So yeah, so I think this is going to be interesting to see episode 8. Can't wait. Let me see. I'm trying to make sure if there was anything else in the chat that we didn't answer. We answered who Spider was. He's Velvet's hitman, and we answered.
I think it's gonna be Spider in that chair. I think it's gonna be Spider in the chair.
You think so? Oh, that's a good one. Because they didn't show his hand. Because I went back to look to see if it was a spider on it. Because I was trying to look. I was looking for. I was being Nancy Drew myself. I was like, let me go see if it's a spider. But
there's a part where they kind of show somebody's head. There's a moment where they kind of show, and I'm looking at what Spider looks like when he walked in his house, and then when he's in the car. So I'm trying to put, that's my, as I say, ruthless ratchet mind.
I love it. That's a good theory. I like that one. It's Spider in the thing, because I think they wanted us to think that it was Ambien, but I don't think it's Ambien. I honestly don't think that Ambien is unalived. I think he's very much alive somewhere. I don't know where, but I think he's alive, and I don't think that was him inside of the chair. But you're right. I like the spider. I like the idea of Spider. We cannot don't let it be Danger though. It got to be Spider. Hope Danger don't get caught up. Whew. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna go with the theory. We're gonna go with the theory. Okay, let's see. Okay. Monique said saw his human side when he was interested in therapist. Okay, yep. All right, y'all. Well, that is what's up with Diarra from Detroit. This was episode 6 and 7, y'all. So I hope y'all enjoyed our discussion over this. Tickaboo, what do you got going on your channels? Plural.
Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna talk about one channel because the other one is so emotional. I have to do some stuff over there and then reprogram myself and come back to the Ruthless life. So on All Things Ruthless, I'm definitely going to have I'm doing a live tomorrow night, around 9 something. And the show is entitled That's Ruthless. So we had a weekend of some ruthless things that happened over the weekend. And y'all, your girl EJ the TV Junkie is included in some ruthless situations. So that's where I'll be watching, or I'll be tuning in. I know everybody has something going on their channel around that time. So y'all feel free to come back and just check out the replay. Make sure you hashtag Ruthless Replay. I'd absolutely appreciate it. And then I'm just gonna fill out the rest of the week because of course Ruthless is not on air right now. Definitely doing the Dirty D. Definitely going to continue recapping the Dirty D season 1. As well as on the wind down, I'm still doing it. I'm still definitely going to do a sip and paint. And this one is going to be less emotional. So make sure you all check out Tickle's Wind Down. And thank y'all for kicking it with us. We absolutely appreciate it.
Absolutely. Y'all, I done made the Ruthless. I done made it. Listen, I'm there. I done made it.
I ain't dropping you on the compound, but you did make the ratchet, ruthless news, baby.
Okay, I done made the ratchet, ruthless news. Yeah, don't drop me off on the compound. That's reserved for special people. I was just shooting my shot. I was just trying to get it in. I was trying to
And
give
you
you
did, and you was trying to get it in, and he was anyway. We'll talk about
I was just trying to get this all I was trying to do. You know how I do. Tika. Okay. Tamika's Den. Okay, so you back and you ready to get rocking and rolling. What you got going on your channel this week?
Yes, ma'am. Tomorrow I believe I'll be joining you ladies for BMF. I'm trying to work on getting my segments back in order, so I don't know if I'm going to make it this week. If I don't, then it just may end up being back-to-back segments. But you'll have a Mafia Monday and Flashback Friday. Keep your notifications on. Love During Lockup just came back, so of course I'm covering that. And I'll be back with my regular BMF recap as well. And then the first Saturday of the month is always Self-Care Saturday, in which you should be watching. The fourth Sunday, I believe, is Throwback Sunday for me and Moochie, and I think we're talking about Let's Do It Again. So yeah, y'all stay tuned for that. Okay. This was fun, y'all. I'm enjoying this show. I hope we get a season 2. I can't wait to see the next episode.
Absolutely. What's up, Aries? Thank you for coming through. Appreciate you, boo. Okay, y'all. So over here on the TV Junkie. So first we have I didn't bring it over here. I was gonna show y'all my new thing, but I didn't bring it over here. But anyway, so first we have Monday tomorrow. We're gonna talk about BMF. So I'm gonna be hosting this one. So y'all already know it's gonna be myself and the ladies. We're gonna be doing BMF talking about all that craziness that went on there. And then y'all just gonna have to keep y'all notifications on because sometimes your girl be all over the place. But I'm gonna have something. I'm gonna have some content this week for sure. But I know that, and our movie night is not until next week. But I can't tell y'all. Go ahead and start watching Shirley.
Oh yeah, the movie night with the lady Shirley. Yes, I forgot all about that.
Yeah, no worries. So Tamika's gonna be hosting that movie night, and we're watching Shirley. So make sure y'all look at that so you can talk about it with us. But other than that, y'all, that is it for tonight. We appreciate you guys for coming out. Y'all know how I like to do it. Dial M for Movies, aka Aries. Y'all make sure y'all are subscribed to her channel. If you are not already subscribed to her channel, check her out. I think her and Candy did a minding somebody.
Yeah, they had me cracking up.
They be doing that. Them court cases be crazy, but definitely check that out. Make sure y'all put hashtag replay. Let them show them some love. Monique 69 Ways, appreciate you so much. Always coming through. Lemon Kush Pepper, Derry B, we appreciate you. Shannon, thanks for coming through.
Make sure y'all go over to IG and follow Strictly Opinionated.
Yes, please do. Please follow Strictly Opinionated because your girl, my Instagram is weak AF and I need some help. Y'all help me on Instagram. My TikTok be popping, but my Instagram, I just started it. So it's slow rolling right now. So help your girl out. Andre, we appreciate you for coming through. Patrice, thank you for coming through. And anybody else, Queen, who always comes through. Cheryl, thank you for coming through. Hey, anybody else who was out in the chat that didn't say anything, but that was listening and that always come through, we appreciate y'all so much. So we thank y'all. And yeah, y'all, your girl is about to drop TV Junkie merch like real soon. I'm just finishing up some last touches on it. So I hope you guys will definitely support your girl. I got a lot of merch that I'm going to be putting on there. Some exclusive things. I'll show you guys the bottom of this part so y'all can see, like, I know a lot of y'all like this particular person right here. I'm going to have some stuff like this and some other things going on. So definitely check your girl out and be on the lookout for that. So I'm excited about that. But other than that, y'all, we're about to get up out of here and we're going to catch y'all next week for the rest of this hero thriller or murder mystery. What's the genre, y'all? I don't know the genre.
They got a little everything in here.
Something mystery.
Okay, yeah, all of that.
Mm-hmm.
Until next time, guys. Peace.